I was one of the 200 people selected to test out the new EufyMake E1 printer. And let's just say the road to this video didn't start out so smooth. The first unit I got in showed up damaged in the box, totally dead on arrival. But the replacement, which is this one, that's a different story. I've had this second E1 for 2 weeks today, and I think I've ran it through its paces. And this is the reason this video is taking me a little longer to get out than I want. I have ran everything from DTF stickers to ornaments, acrylic ornaments, to pieces of wood that I just finished recently on wood. I've run it at a craft show. I've run it here at the house. So let's talk about the good, what's not, and what's next here on EufyMake. I got this machine as part of Eufy's early testing program. By now, everybody's heard about this. There was only 200 of us that were selected to put it through its paces before the mass release. Obviously, there were some issues early on, and that's why they only did so many. Maybe, who knows, really the true story. Anyway, that meant I got a front row seat to some growing pains. The first one I received was damaged in shipping, so I had to send it back. What's weird is the box wasn't damaged at all, but it was shifted and there was broken pieces inside the box. Anyway, so I waited on the replacement. Once the new one arrived, I set it up right here on the bench, right where it's sitting, and started printing almost immediately. The install and setup was super easy. Of course, I'd already done it once, but that's a whole nother story. Plug it in, put the inks in, put the cleaning fluid in on the side, the filter in. Super simple. I printed some, not this particular ones, but some UV DTF sheets first, and they turned out great. Luckily, I got all my gear before the first printer got here, so this is it. It is what it is. Now, like I said, I've had this E1 for 2 weeks exactly today, and I've been working it a lot. Like I said, I've made UV DTF stickers. I've made these, which I love, these acrylic, I don't know if you can see that or not. Yeah, the stained glass looking on acrylic that I've cut out things. I made signs like this. This one's raised. I don't know if you can tell. It's got some raised lettering on it. I think it looks fantastic. I love this one. I've made some different art pieces. While we were at the craft show, I ran it all day so people could see it working. And I'll be honest with you, that was the first weekend I had it, and I wanted to run it all day and see what would happen. It's worked very well. I've made, I don't know, a ton of these ornaments. I've got a mess of them here. Ran it for several days doing that, and it's worked perfectly. I've had, I guess, one slight issue. Let me see if I can find it here. Well, it's hard to tell. I had these UV DTF stickers I did first. There we goes. Some of the color, the blue went out, or the cyan, I should say, went out on part of this, but then it came back, and I haven't had any issues since then. I've left it unplugged for several hours after we took it to the, we left it unplugged actually overnight while it was at the craft show. Plugged it in the next day, run it through a cleaning, and it worked fine not the whole day. I left it unplugged again when we brought it home, left it sitting on the floor, didn't even think about it. Did the same thing, plugged it in the next day, ran it through a cleaning, and it's run fine since then. I've really had zero issues with this machine. The first machine was a whole nother mess that I don't, who knows? I probably put in the box that way. I don't know. But anyway, I love the raised canvas. This is very cool. I love the texture on it. Of course, this took some time, but this is just on regular canvas I got at Hobby Lobby, cheap canvas. I think it looks really good. I love that I can do UV DTF stickers. Nobody in my town's doing these. These are a hot market item right now. I'm ready to get the roll-to-roll so I don't have to do just these sheets. But that's coming, as we all know, later on. These, I hope, are going to be a big hit at the craft show. And I'm going to take it. We have another craft show this weekend. I'm going to take it there and probably do these as we said. Maybe do some customization, which is not a bad thing. But so far, it's print like a champ. In front of people here, moving it around. It hasn't been any problems. I simply took the inks and the cleaning solution out of it, put them in Ziploc bags, and that was it. Put it back in, put it back together, hooked it up to a Wi-Fi network or a Wi-Fi adapter, and it's been solid since then. I haven't had any major clogging, no calibration issues yet. It's been a good machine. Now, it's not perfect. No printer ever is. But for an early release, this machine, it's been surprisingly wonderful and highly reliable. Here's what's working well. The print quality has been outstanding. Super sharp, consistent. And it looks good every time. I've had really good luck with every print. Setup was super easy, even for the beginner. This is my first UV printer. Put the ink in, put the cartridge in, and all the software is just like if you use any X tool or anything like that, or Canva. It's all based off that same type thing. One of the things I do like is the footprint, the size. I can take this to craft shows and have it sitting there and watch people ask questions. It's good for small shops or mobile setups. Now, what could be better? The bed size is limited. I come with this one, and I've got, of course, the smaller one as well. I can tell you right now that this is a gateway drug into UV printing. I'm already looking at bigger printers to do bigger and better things. But this one I'm going to keep around for specifically craft shows, small production runs. If I wanted to test things out, this is going to be a good machine for that. The machine is actually pretty quiet. Not the fastest machine also, but especially when you're doing the raised lettering like this, it takes some time. But it's fairly quiet. It could be quieter, of course. And just like any new tech, there's a bit of a learning curve, dialing in the DTF layerings and curing times, and how many layers of white do you put under these? That's something you got to play with. You're gonna have to learn that with anything you do. But hey, that's half the fun. If you're a maker, knowing what to do and figuring out and printing things the first 20 times is kind of the fun of it. Mess up some things. It looks good, but honestly, I really haven't messed up anything. Thank goodness, except for that one. It's all basically paid training. I'm making stuff for fun. Okay, after 2 weeks with this E1, again, I wanted to wait a while before I made this video for that reason. I could say it's been a solid machine. I'm already looking ahead to bigger UV printers. I said that before, I really am. Something that can handle larger batches or larger print sizes. I wish I could do some 18-inch wood rounds. I want to expand our product line, so I need something bigger. But I do want to keep this E1 for, like I said, smaller jobs, for on-site shows, for prototyping. It's compact. It's easy to transport. Nobody in my town right now has one because there's only 2 of them in the world right now. It's been reliable enough that I trust it to run in front of customers. It's easy to set up at craft shows. It's easy to keep clean. It's easy to run. It's easy to maintain. It's been a good machine so far. So to wrap this up, that's my honest take after a couple of weeks with this machine. Of course, I've got more things to run the EufyMake E1 through, but I wanted to give you something. I wanted to give you something. This is not sponsored. I did pay for this machine. I do have an affiliate link that I have set up. If you're interested in looking at one, I'll put that down below. Feel free to look it over. But again, I'm not going to sugarcoat this. It's worked well, produced great products. Some amazing outcomes for me so far. It's got a spot on my bench and in my workflow now. Is it the end-all be-all UV printer? No. Are you going to run mass scale through it? No. But if you're thinking about UV printing at any level, this is a great entry-level machine. And if you're curious about the laser I use for most of my engraving projects, including these, just check out my One Laser affiliate link as well. I'll have that down below, as well as the affiliate link for the EufyMake E1. That's the setup that keeps the rest of Macaulay maybe humming. So hit like if you enjoyed this video, drop a comment, a thumbs up, share it with your friends. If you're thinking about UV printing, I'm going to do more stuff on this machine, but I'm also going to tell you the truth. If something goes wrong, we're going to get there. So anyway, subscribe, like. We've got more test builds, more test prints coming this way, and more Maker Mayhem coming soon here on Macaulay Made.